Well, I think when you have something as important and as well written as the original text, the original book, what we want to do is really protect the essence of what Walter Dean Myers wrote, the character, the scenario, the way that it looks at the system, and most importantly, the format, which essentially is the book's written like a script. When we transfer to a movie, you sort of lose a portion of that, but what happens is now you're able to film his writing of his own movie. So essentially the film is 3 layers. It's the movie that he's telling, it's him filming his life, and then it's us filming the whole thing.
Steve is like, because he's such a filmmaker and he's so curious, he sees everything's beautiful. Everything's fascinating, everything's so interesting. So he's looking at all these people in Harlem and this experience in the beginning with wide eyes, trying to receive, trying to take it all in so he can kind of like form into the man he thinks he wants to be. And for me, preparing to do that was just living, you know, being like kind of 17 or 23 or however old I am, but I'm still young, you know, and trying to take in Harlem and this experience like Steve would, and with my eyes open and allow myself to receive everything around me. And so that's kind of how I approached it.
We as storytellers are compelled to tell stories that resonate within our own lives. And ideally, those stories resonate for larger society. I'm a father, you know, a story about, you know, a young man growing up in New York City, having to fight fight against the tension between who he defines himself to be or strives to define himself to be and the ways in which he's perceived. That's a story close to, you know, my life as a father. I have a 16-year-old boy.
Part of storytelling is and art, I suppose, is to remind us all how our experience of being human is all how similar, how we all experience so many things that are the same, and it is easy for people to sometimes lose their power of empathy and their sense of empathy, and in a story like this, to follow a specific young man and feel his pain and his circumstance and how it is specific and unique as everybody's are. I think it's important, especially now more than ever, for us for that to reach a wider audience.